Jamie and Kelly. That Business Show gives a voice to Tampa Bay's entrepreneurial community and highlights our community leaders, aiming to inspire and educate our listeners. Become a part of the entrepreneurial movement today by becoming a member of the Tampa Bay Business Owners and get your brand on air today. Visit TampaBayRadio.com for more information. All shows available on demand. Now, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. You find us on the air for the first time. We're here weekday mornings at 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. live on Tampa Bay's 1250 WINS WH&Z. And we make the show available all across social media, including multiple podcasting sites, including iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. The show works to inspire entrepreneurship by hearing from community leaders here in the Tampa Bay region, of which we got a great one this morning. Jeff Gigante, who is a partner with Ciccio Restaurant Group. And you can learn more about them at CiccioOrg.com. So we welcome Jeff into the morning discussion. Jeff, welcome.
Jeff.
Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for having me. I've been excited about this all week.
And I'm a big fan of a lot of your brands. I am right behind the Lodge at Coldwell Banker because I'm a real estate agent as well.
Awesome.
And I love the food at the Lodge. But you got a lot of different brands. Just run through some of these brands that people may be familiar with.
It all started with Ciccio's and Tony's way back in the day. We dropped Tony's probably in about 2003.
What happened with Tony?
Okay, so Tony was my partner James Lanza's, his younger brother, who was our original chef up in New York City when we launched that restaurant. I was actually a waiter. I say we because I just love the concept so much. But I was a server.
That's a great story too, that you started as a waiter.
Yeah, I was an actor, moving up in New York. So of course, to earn money, you wait tables, and so I was waiting tables for this group, the Lanza brothers. There was three of them: Jimmy, who was the eldest, Louis, who's the middle, and then Anthony, who was Tony, who was and Louis and Anthony were both chefs. Jim was the business guy, and so they had 5 of the hottest restaurants in the mid to late '80s, all the way up through the '90s. And so when I moved there in 91, my cousins who live in the city are like, you got to go meet these guys. We know them. They're great. And luckily I was able to secure a job with their new brand, Ciccio and Tony's. And Ciccio was Jim's dad's nickname. He was an icon of industry. His name was Frank Lanza. Created a company called L'Oreal that was sold to Lockheed Martin. And then he went to work with Lockheed Martin and didn't like, working for another corporation, so formed a company called L3 Communications that everybody knows. It's a huge company. And so he was kind of the financier. He would finance the boys in their restaurants, although I think he only had to do that really with one. They were very successful, so they were able to kind of grow off of the strength of that first restaurant. And so
and they brought that to Tampa.
Yeah, well, I brought it back to Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah, it was. I was living there in the city, and as my acting career was going up and down, my restaurant career was,
was
on
rising.
the rise.
Any big productions that we may have seen you in?
Well, I actually booked a soap opera, and it was my first big contract part. And I remember it so vividly, going in and talking to the manager at the restaurant, Ciccio's, and Carlo, who was this great big Italian guy, and him and I hit it off right away. And I told him, well, buddy, I have to say goodbye. This is it. I made it. I'll be inviting you to, the Emmys and the Academy
Oscars.
Awards.
Yeah.
Right. And so 2 weeks into my 4-month contract, they canceled the show.
Oh no!
It was the show was called Loving. It was on ABC.
I remember
and it was
that
the only
years
30-minute.
ago. I remember that.
Kelly, and now of course I'm not.
Kelly Ripa, yeah.
Kelly Ripa and Randy Mantooth were the stars, and so and it was great. I was very excited, but then I humbly went back to my restaurant job. And from there, I just felt, because I'm a family guy. I love the routine and everything. And the people in my class kind of were like, look, you can't really plant seeds if you're going to be a young actor. You're going to be traveling and doing, shows across the country or movies. And so I started thinking about that. And the restaurant opportunity was really, it really hit home with me, saying, wow, I can go back to Tampa St. Pete and plant seeds and build this beautiful company.
And so you brought the brand down to Tampa.
I went to my partner and asked him if he would invest with me, and he said, well, let me go down and see what you're talking about, because they had a family home in Boca Raton. And so he came down and kind of fell in love with Tampa, and thank God, because I opened, I was planning on opening up as the manager owner, but luckily he came down for the first 3 months of it, and he had to run the restaurant while I was waiting tables on half of the entire restaurant because we just opened up So Busy there in 1996, 20 years ago.
What was the first brand that came down here?
Ciccio and Tony's.
It was Ciccio and Tony's.
And so then we opened up Rapperia, which was in the West Shore Mall. A year later, and then a year after that, we opened up Ciccio's in Tampa Palms.
And you're all really dominating that, the SoHo District.
Yeah, we've got 5 brands right there along Howard Avenue: Fresh Kitchen, Ciccio's Water, which is our now our parent brand, and then we go down to Green Lemon, which is our fun modern Mexican, which is doing great.
Delicious.
Daily Eats, which is our kind of upscale comfort diner.
And there's a rumor out there that Hugo's has been bought in there. Your name's been thrown into the mix too.
Well, I love the Tampa Bay Business Journal, so I always try to give them any kind of intel that I can. But the only thing that I knew is that they've been listing that on and off for sale. And, it was listed for a very handsome number. I would do the exact same if I owned that beautiful piece of property. The problem with that piece of property, and as you guys know, for retail, is there's 0 parking with it. They've got a few right-of-way parking spots.
In fact, Green Lemon shares pretty much the parking lot area, right?
We kind of do. I mean, we own the parking lot right up to their building.
Okay.
And, we've tried to kind of make peace and talk to them about, a little bit of subsidy to help with the parking. And they just really hadn't been responsive to that. So, we need to provide parking for all of our guests along Howard Avenue. So, unfortunately, that's just one of those business decisions that we kind of got to police that parking a little bit.
Right.
So
and you mentioned the SoHo Business Alliance formed. What is this?
Okay, so we started this organization. So when I first moved here, 95, 96, there was a SoHo Business Alliance. It was a conglomerate of all the business people along Howard Avenue, and it was kind of formed, I think, to create buying power and kind of just community amongst the business owners. This and I joined it, but I wasn't really involved because we were one store. I wasn't looking for, a lot of the buying partnership. So at this point, I started it for a different reason. A couple business owners and myself have been working together, just gathering the business owners along Howard Avenue just to chat about community problems we were having and making sure that we're trying to be as positive with the neighbors, our relationship with the neighbors. So we started the SoHo Business Alliance is made up of about 33 different businesses along Howard Avenue. And basically what we're trying to do is just create a unified voice to go to City Council and the City of Tampa to say, look, these are issues we're having in this growing entertainment district.
Yeah, Howard's becoming a great place to hang out.
And with Mr. Vinnick doing his beautiful redevelopment of downtown and Hyde Park being bought recently and really revolutionized, we wanted to make sure that we didn't lose any steps.
Yeah, I've worked at the Coldwell Banker office at the corner of Howard and Swan for 10 years.
So you've seen it forever, right?
I've seen a lot of development, including that big apartment complex that just went up across the street there at the corner of Howard
the Morrison.
and Swan.
It's a beautiful property, bringing in some great restaurants. 2 of which that we haven't seen yet. So I'm happy to know that they're bringing in Zoe's, which is kind of a healthful Mediterranean kitchen style fast concept. And then they're bringing in Bulla, which is a really cool Peruvian, I call it like a Peruvian Chichos. They have a very broad menu with a really nice bar essence to it, and then they're going to have a rooftop bar as well.
Now, the community down in South Tampa is really demanding kind of that fresh, healthy food. And I know every time we go to like the Ciccio Water restaurant, I mean, it's hard to get into that place.
Well, we noticed that, the good thing about our group is that we're all so passionate about what we do. So we travel annually to many, many places to try to be on the front edge of food. And so probably 12 or 13 years ago, we saw this healthful menu options coming. So we started at Ciccio's, our first brand, and we started doing, you could high protein and low carb, you could extra greens, all of our plates there. So even some of the more indulgent meals you could make more healthful.
And you have a relationship with a doctor, I believe, on the menu that lost.
Dr. Garcia.
Dr. Garcia, there you go.
Well,
the menu,
it's been a few years ago, but we still have people come in asking for that menu. And the good thing about it is all of our brands have healthful options. And, our servers are extremely well trained in the fact that when people are saying, hey, I've got a gluten allergy or I've got a soy or dairy, they know how to go about guiding them through the menu and making really smart choices for themselves.
Yeah, and even without allergies, there's so many people that are trying to be just more aware of what they're eating.
Well, I mean, we started that restaurant.
I don't even know what gluten is. I'm still trying to figure it all out. But
Pasta Festivale was a very big one of the nights that we had there on Sunday nights, and I mean, we created it just to kind of get rid of all the special foods from the week, and it turned into this huge thing where we ended up doing it 2 or 3 nights a week, where the chefs would you'd pay like $10. You'd come in, sit down, get all the salad you want, and then the chefs would just come around with all different pastas and just serve it to you, on your table.
Yeah,
and people just fell in love with that. Well, this day and age, that would not go well. So.
Right, exactly. Then that's what I was going to ask. Like when you said you were kind of studying future trends, like how important is it to follow trends and kind of really study like what's going to be kind of the trend in the next decade?
Well, I think our success is coming from, when we create a concept, which is really our passion. We love creating concepts, and we've got my partner's sons, Matthew and Stevie, who are kind of growing up in the business, and David Pullman, who I think was on your show, is also part of our youth revolution, and they want to take like Fresh Kitchen and open 100 of them, and I love that. That's not my passion. My passion is creating these exciting brands. And what we try to do is take stuff that we love and how we like to eat and then convey that so it addresses the masses and what they like. And that's what we did with Fresh Kitchen and Better Bird, our new concept that we just opened up on 4th Street, which is like a chicken and donut joint. Which, who doesn't love chicken and donuts?
I know.
And we do great fried chicken. Like it's a real indulgent restaurant. But we also have some amazing bowls with roasted pulled chicken. And then we have these, the wings are unbelievable. We do baked chicken wings.
Oh, I'm a wing addict.
All these different. Well, if you're a wing, I invite you to come over on me and try these because
wings and donuts.
I think,
that's just the best combination.
Right. We got craft beer and beautiful wine presentation, and on Saturday and Sunday we do these unbelievable brunches with live music, and it's really turned into a great spot. And we've only been open 7 weeks now.
And where is that located?
It's 4447 4th Street North. So it's on 4th Street and between 44th and 45th.
And now how many of those do you have currently?
We have
one. The first one.
We have one. We're looking for the second location. We may have found one along Howard Avenue somewhere, but we're trying to see if it's going to be able to fit into the skin of the building.
You have to bring one over.
Yeah, I think it would do really, really well over here.
Now,
absolutely.
You have Green Lemon also on Howard. That used to be Lime. Was it Lime under your brand too?
Yeah, Lime was our brand.
Why did the name change there?
Okay, so that's an interesting story. So we had Lime we opened that up in 2006. So we had it for a lot of years. So in 2012, we get contacted from RBTD LLC, which is Ruby Tuesdays Corporation. And they had purchased Lime Fresh Mexican Grill out of Miami, which was a 50 eggs concept. That restaurant group who's, I've got great deference and respect for. They do really cool, interesting brands. So they purchased that and contacted us with a cease and desist to say, you can't use that name. We've bought it, and it's part of our IP.
And are they even still here anymore?
No, they've closed up the whole shop.
I was going to say, they were here briefly and threatened, and then
they contacted us, and we contacted our IP attorney, and they're like, well, I think you guys got the jump on them. I mean, you incorporated before them, so we sent a crazy offer back to them for like $1 million. We said, oh, yeah, we'll change it. To be honest with you, we're not tied to the name. I mean, we're tied to the people, the culture, the community. So it wasn't a big thing for us.
Right.
But they ended up paying a very, very sweet amount of money for us to change, in which we turned around and made a social media campaign where we allowed customers to name the brand. So Green Lemon was actually brought to us by 2 different customers on social media. And we had a big naming party, and each of them got $1,000. And we named it Green Lemon. And, what is a green lemon? It's a lime.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a green lemon. So when they're, after all this back and forth, we actually became friendly with their attorneys.
Yeah.
And they're like, because they gave it, it can't say this, it can't say, they gave us all these things that it could not say. They made us change our corporate name. So it was a lot of paperwork and a lot of headache, which they paid for. But then at the end, when we told them what the new name was, they were like, God, I can't believe you. Because it ends up being, there is no such thing as a green lemon. It's a lime. It's a play on the whole thing. But now They've so they bought them. They had 17 stores. They closed down like 6 of the underperforming, and then they ended up closing all of them and sold those locations to another concept.
Wow.
Currently talking to Jeff Gigante, who's a partner with the Ciccio Restaurant Group. Learn more at that website, ciccioorg.com. Got another segment with him when we come back from the break on That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com.
If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today, or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Great start to your Monday morning. No major delays to report on the interstates. Just some minor delays on westbound I-4 approaching downtown Tampa and southbound 275 between Bush Boulevard and Sly. Had a crash on the southbound side of the Bayside Bridge. It was in the left-hand lane just south of Gulf to Bay Boulevard. Really not much of a delay there. And a crash in Pasco County on eastbound Ridge Road just east of Little Road. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick. Hillsborough Traffic Tip Line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council. This report is brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council. Your garbage can be more than just garbage. Give it another life. recycle. Learn more at iwanttoberecycled.org. A public service message brought to you by Keep America Beautiful and the Ad Council.
Today, hot and muggy with near record highs of 83. Tonight, mostly clear, low 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, not as warm, with a high 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Talking to Jeff Gigante. He's the partner with the Ciccio Restaurant Group, and learn more at that site, ciccioorg.com.
Jeff, you and Ciccio's have been great supporters of mine and Edge Business over the years, and I so appreciate everything that you guys have done over the years. I was thankful to have you a part of our Edge Colloquium that we did in May. You and Joey Redner of Cigar City actually came in and spoke on building your brand and how to really build a successful brand and get it out there. What advice would you have for our listeners on doing just that and building a brand and maximizing exposure and potential for yourself?
Well, first of all, I want to congratulate you on this wonderful show and everything, all your successes.
Thank you, Jeff.
You are one of the hardest working women in business. And,
Thank you.
I don't say that lightly. Yes, branding is everything. And the beautiful thing about, marketing and branding, it's in every business. If you don't tell your story, right, because that's really what branding is storytelling. And we have a saying, branding is everything and everything is branding. And it's really about the culture. If you can get across your culture and your vision through your employees, because for us, right, the waiters, waitresses, bartenders, managers in our stores are really our ambassadors of the culture. They're the people who touch all of our customers every day. We serve a little over 140,000 people a month. So that's a real big responsibility. So when we say branding is everything and everything is branding, from a busboy and how they smile at a customer, not make eye contact or, just try to be invisible. We want, when people walk in the door, whoever is the first person to see them, just a warm greeting. Hey, welcome. Someone will be right with you. Right. And branding really for us is that simple. I mean, it comes down to everything. We come from a positive place, a place of yes, meaning that, if someone comes in and we don't have a certain drink, but they ask for it, how about this? Yeah, we'll give it a try. Let's see if we have the ingredients. And if not, we can make kind of like that drink,
Let's see if we can replicate it.
But, you've all been to a restaurant where you say, oh, you know what? I'm just trying. Can I have that without sauce? Oh, no, sorry, the chef. This is how it comes. Well, that's not very hospitable. Right. And, we're in the hospitality business. We're in a, hey, you want just plain chicken breast grilled? Like I said, we serve a lot of the athletes that are in this wonderful town playing for our great professional sports franchises. And they all need to eat extremely clean. And so they come in and say, okay, we need the grill clean, no oil on there, just plain chicken breast, broccoli steamed, or, whatever it ends up being. And we do that because this is the business we're in. We want to please people. So branding really is finding your story, knowing your culture, and then sharing that and hiring people that really their passion aligns up with yours. It represents yours. Absolutely.
Looking back on your loving days,
right?
What advice would you go back now and give your younger self then? Like, what advice would you give yourself?
My advice would be, and it's hard because and I've seen my partner's sons grow up in this business, and my partner's a wise guy, and not a wise guy like that, but he's sage. And he would always say, listen, I was with you during that time. Just try to know what you don't know. If you can do that, I think you'll be very successful.
Know what you don't know.
Correct.
Good discussion with Jeff Gigante, partner of the Ciccio Restaurant Group, which is dominating down in Howard Avenue and now over in St. Petersburg as well. A lot of great brands. One of my favorite, Lodge. And try the Lodge for Life. It's a great menu option. It's one of their healthy options, too. Yes. So Jeff, thank you so much for being in studio
Thanks so
today.
much for having me, guys. This is a great show.
Thank you so much. Thank you. And learn more about them, again, ciccioorg.com, and more about this program, TampaBayRadio.com. If you'd like to come onto the program, please visit tbsinterview.com and connect with us all across social media. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
Hi, I'm Kelly Ham from Bill Meyer Ham Consulting. Did you know that one of the biggest challenges that leaders face is getting their employees to be engaged, motivated, and producing amazing business results? At Bill Meyer Ham Consulting, we'll help you transform your workforce culture from one that might be underperforming, maybe mediocre, to achieving amazing business results. You see, we realize that your workforce culture is equally as important as your business plan and your business strategy. The two must be aligned in order for you to reach your desired business and financial goals.
Carol, hey Jim. I just got this plan that could really help with our process here.
Okay, why don't you just have a seat and let's go over it. Let us help you transform your workforce culture by leveraging your most important assets, your people. I want to know what's going on in your organization. Let us help you transform your workforce culture. Let's have a conversation.
I feel guilty that I can't always be there when Mom feels stuck at home. She was always there for us. But now she can't get out, and I'm not always available to take her places. Someone else needs to help her get around. Then I learned about Home Instead. Now Mom can do what she enjoys because her personal caregiver is there, and I can just be a daughter again.
Are you struggling to care for your loved one? We can help. Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
Spectrum Silver, now verified non-GMO and gluten-free. Expertly blended multivitamins with a whole spectrum of daily nutrients to support your heart, brain, eyes, and all the most important parts of you. Visit Centrum.com to learn more.
1250 winds, weather center forecast. Expecting some scattered showers today. Rain chance at 40%, low 80s for the high. And it looks like more clouds than sunshine. Upper 60s for the low. 80 tomorrow, chance of rain down. 10% chance by Wednesday, a little cooler. Upper 70s. Impact Radio, 1250 winds, WHNZ.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Winds WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And welcome again to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Learn more about this program over at TampaBayRadio.com. And again, to request an interview, please visit TBSinterview.com. And thank you to all the listeners out there, wherever you may be, whether you're listening on morning radio here in Tampa Bay or across the podcasting platforms. We're all across them now, from iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play, as well as the live video stream each and every morning, which carries 70,000 viewers each and every month. So we thank you all for listening, however it is that you are listening. And please help support the show. Please subscribe to us on our YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jamie Maloney. And also, we are writing a blog after each episode now of That Business Show, I should say each segment. So that site, TampaBayRadioBlog.com. A lot of good information, links to the different guest sites and events and things that they mention. Again, TampaBayRadioBlog.com. So it's going to bring on our next guest for this segment, returning guest Wendy Long, owner of the La-Di-Da Kids Spa, and learn more about this at that website. If you can spell that, LaDiDaKidsSpa.com. A little bit of a complicated word, but you just spell it out phonetically and it all comes together. Wendy, welcome to the program today.
Thanks for having us, Jamie.
So tell us about the La-Di-Da Kids Spa and what this is.
Yeah, La-Di-Da Kids Spa is a kids spa, salon, boutique, photography studio, and party center. So basically we cater for kids ages 3 through 13. That's our primary audience. We give them kids haircuts in a nice, comfortable, safe, kid-friendly environment. We also do birthday parties. The birthday party options are amazing. We can do princess parties, dance parties, dress-up parties, karaoke parties, glow-in-the-dark parties, which the boys love, superhero parties. We also have a whole off-site presence that we can send princesses or superheroes and characters to your party or your special event to make it magical. In addition, we have a spa there, so we can do manicures and pedicures. We do a lot of mommy and me packages. Grandmas and me's come in, spend the day with your loved ones and make it memorable, give the gift of times and memories versus those tangible things.
I see you've got a client/daughter beside of you, Bailey. Does she have any favorite packages over there? You can put her on the microphone to give a plug for the La-Di-Da Kids Spa. She's been put on the spot. Bailey, do you have a favorite package that you'd like to go see at the La-Di-Da Kids Spa?
Kids love La-Di-Da Kids Spa.
What do you love about the La-Di-Da Kids Spa?
What's your favorite thing there?
princess package, glow in the dark, haircuts. Your mom offers all kinds of stuff over there. What do you like best? You like working. Oh, she likes it. You got a working woman there. So
that's one of my favorite things about owning my own business is being able to entrench the kids into the business and teach them what to do. So she, her and my other daughter, who's now 6, they help out. So on the weekends when we have a busy day full of parties, they come in, I give them each a job, whether it's checking in the guests, which is her favorite, or helping clean the costumes after they've been worn.
Well, that's good. I was a working kid, too. I followed my dad to 84 Lumber when I was in first or second grade, and I had a little 84 Lumber shirt that he would put on me, and I would,
awesome.
I would, go do whatever, usually just sweep the floor, put stuff away and everything.
Even being involved in that little aspect teaches kids work ethic, which right now I feel is lacking in a lot of the kids. They don't understand this whole entitlement thing, and being able to teach them that. They help me count the drawer in the morning, do things, any little bit of help that they can do, make them understand what it is to work.
Yeah, I was proud to do that as a little kid. And then age 16 came around and he put me to work for real with an actual W-2. And then I became an employee for 5 years and learned a lot from my father. So it looks like you got a working woman with you right there and everything. So where are you located at?
We're in Clearwater. We're on 580, which is right between US 19 and Belcher, across from St. Michael's Catholic Church, very close to Countryside Mall. So very easy to access.
Okay, what are some of the favorite packages? You mentioned a lot of different things, but what's most popular at the Lottie God Kids Spa?
Most popular is our Glamour package. Glamour package is only $64. It's an hour-and-a-half long package that you can send your princess to get. So what they do is they start out with choosing a costume from our costume room. We have over 500 costumes for them to choose from. So we have princesses, ballerinas, we have rock stars, we have all kinds of all the superheroes as well for those people that grow out. Once you hit 8 years old, sometimes they don't want to be a princess anymore. So we cater to all of that. And then they get a full manicure and pedicure. We have licensed cosmetologists that do all of the services. They get their hair styled and they get makeup. And then they go into our photo studio for a mini photo shoot and go home with a printed 4x6 picture and a souvenir frame.
Who's the popular superheroes of these days that the kids like to dress up as? Is Spider-Man and Superman still in the play?
Very, very popular. Spider-Man is probably the most popular. With the girls, we have Wonder Woman, which is the close second.
All right. Now, do your services cater primarily to young girls? Do you also offer a lot of stuff for the boys, too? Which way does it mostly side towards?
In the spa, we probably see about 80% girls, 20% boys. A lot of the boys come in for haircuts. So we do amazing boys cuts. They love coming in. They come in for face painting a lot, the boys. The boys also come in for date nights. Date nights are very popular. It's funny, yesterday we had a party of 20 kids. About 40% of those kids were boys. And the parents kept coming up to me. They said, we didn't know how the boys would react to this kind of party. And the boys were the last ones on stage. They would not get off that stage. They got their face painted. They put their superhero costumes on. They got their styrofoam swords and shields. They're jumping off the stage, having sword fights, having a blast, just doing interactive play.
Now, you said date night. Is that what you're talking about? That was date night?
That was a party. That was a birthday party.
Okay.
Date night, the boys love as well. With date night, we run it the first and the third Saturday of every month. It's only $28 per child. You have 4 hours that you can drop your children off for. We include a service for that. We include a craft. They do dress up, karaoke on the stage. Then we end the night with movie and popcorn.
Okay, so they can bring a date or they can find a date there? Is that what this is?
Basically, you drop the kids off, the parents get date night.
Oh, okay. I was a little confused there for a moment.
Parents' night out.
I was like, wow, you're catering to date night already at the
No.
All right, got you.
Do not encourage that.
Now, what type of services do you offer for the adults there?
For the adults, the mommy and me, the grandma and me, basically any of the services that we have there, as long as you come in and get the service with a child, you're welcome to come in. If an adult comes off the street, wants a mani-pedi, we do not cater to that. But if they come in with a child, absolutely. So we've done hair color on adults with a kid getting a peekaboo hair color. We've done manicures and pedicures with the adults all the time. That's probably the most popular one that the kids come in with the adult for.
Okay, so you offer services to adults, but they got to bring in the child. So if I walked in off the street and wanted a haircut, that's not who you're catering to. It's got to be a package together there with the children and then the adults.
Exactly. Yeah, and our cosmetologists are absolutely amazing. Some of them do bridal hair on the side. So we've even had brides come in with their flower girls. We take care of the bride and the flower girls for their hair and makeup before the big event.
Now, it's holiday season. I imagine this time is a busy time of year for you, with different events being booked. Talk to us about what's going on right now at the Lottie God
we
Kids
do
Spa.
a lot of fun things during the holidays. So we're pretty full during this week. We do still have some openings for appointments if you want to entertain those kids while they're out of school. But the main thing this week is Thursday, we're doing a spa camp. It's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's only $40 per child, and you can drop them off, finish up your Christmas shopping, finish up your wrapping, whatever it is you need to do. We're going to do a service with all the children. We're going to do crafts, games, dancing, karaoke, dress up, all kinds of fun things. So that's this Thursday. In addition to that, we do have gift cards. So if anybody is listening today would like a gift card, mention you heard us on the Jamie Maloney Show, we will give you 10% off gift cards. I really encourage, during the holiday season, we're overwhelmed with gifts. The kids get so many things. Give them a gift of an experience. It's an amazing thing.
Now, you mentioned that parents could drop their kids off at the spa. What age range do you accommodate at the spa?
Yeah, basically, for any of the drop-off options like date night or spa camp, we do require that they're potty trained. So as long as they're potty trained and up, we're good to go. The bulk of the kids that we get dropped off are usually ages 3 through 10.
Okay. Off-site services, what do you offer in terms of coming on location?
We have a full team of face painters and characters. So you have any kind of event that you need a face painter for, we can send out a face painter, whether it be a party in the park, a corporate event that you want to have a picnic and it's a family-friendly event, we can send a face painter. We also have characters, so we have a full team of princesses and superheroes. They are all, I believe what sets us aside from some of the other character providers in the area is that ours are top notch. We require that they are all theater and voice trained. So they are guaranteed to be able, spot on, you ask them to sing a song, they will be able to sing and they will be on key, in tune, and amazing. So I take a lot of pride in the fact that they can get into character like that. And we just added a couple new characters. We're always expanding that.
Who is the most requested character these days?
The Ice Queen.
The who?
Ice Queen, which is the similar is Elsa.
Elsa, the Ice Queen. Is that some character in some Disney film I'm not aware of?
Disney is Frozen.
I was going to say Frozen. You don't know about Frozen?
No, yeah. I don't have kids. I don't know these things. I don't know. I only
Just
know
let it go.
Exactly.
Now, I have been hearing about Frozen, though. I've heard about that. I've not seen that, though. So
she is the most popular right now. We just introduced the Latina princess, which is like Princess Elena of Avalor, and she's going to be the second hottest, I believe. We're already getting calls on her.
So how did this all come together? Have you been a lifelong entrepreneur? Did you find entrepreneurship later in life in your career? How did it come together?
Much later in life, yeah. I had been in HR management for the past 13 years for some very large companies and just decided that the hours were long, unpredictable. I had 2 young children. I loved HR. I loved working with people, but it wasn't conducive to what I wanted to do with my family.
We see that trend. I mentioned every time. HR always breeds entrepreneurship. Everybody who comes from corporate, it's usually we're an HR department working. I don't know what it is. Is HR just drive you all out of that and into entrepreneurship, or is it just a trend?
I loved it. I believe HR has their hands in so many different parts of the company that they pull a little bit of the business aspect, the staffing, the recruiting. They have the payroll background. They have, and I was in manufacturing, so I had success. I had lean. I had everything about that whole putting it all together was really, and the layout of the spa. Everybody's like, how did you come up with this layout? I believe a lot of that's the manufacturing background that I got in HR. So it's not that I was driven out of it. The family really drove me out of it, but the passion for kids and the passion for letting them use their imagination was really what drove me.
How long ago did you open the Let It Dog Kids Spa?
Just a year and a half.
Just a year and a half. What have you done in the last year and a half in terms of growth? It sounds like it's doing tremendous and it's expanding already. Talk to us about how you've been able to develop it within a year and a half.
Yeah, marketing has been one of the struggles for me. Everybody says you're doing great with marketing, but I don't think that you can ever find that perfect recipe to make sure everybody knows what you're talking about, because every day people come in and they're like, I had no idea you were here. This is perfect. This is amazing. Once I get them in the door, they fall in love. So it's really making sure that all the moms in the area know that we're there and we have a nice, safe, clean, fun environment for them. But we've grown exponentially over the past year and a half, and we've expanded. We've hit a couple bumps in the road. Well, we didn't offer princesses to start with. We decided to use a different company. But once we found that company couldn't fill our needs, we decided, hey, if you can't fill our customers' needs for princesses with the parties we're offering, we're just going to offer it. So we expanded to offering princesses, which has come to be a huge part of our company. So growing along the way and just being able to mold into whatever we are now has been great.
Currently talking to Wendy Long, owner of the Lottie Daw Kids at Spa. And again, learn more about this at LottieDawKids@spa.com. And she's offering a 10% off a gift card. Just mentioned the show here, That Business Show, or my name or Kelly's name, Jamie Maloney or Kelly Wilson here. Give them a call at 7 727-301-1808. 727-301-1808. Or again, ladidakidsspa.com. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you. Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal. And most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
At Vein 911, we will help you feel great again. Do you have restless legs, night leg cramps, or ankle swelling? Restless legs, cramping, swelling, and tired heavy legs are often symptoms of hidden vein disease. You do not have to have visible bulging veins to have the symptoms of vein disease. The vein care specialists at Vein 911 are uniquely qualified to evaluate and treat your veins. Are you unhappy with your previous vein treatment? Vein 911 succeeds where others fail. Call Vein 911 today at 855-VEIN-911. That's 855-834-6911 to book your free consultation. Vein 911. We will help you feel great again. If you've been following That Business Show on Facebook and Twitter, you may have noticed the quality of some of our images. That's because one of our sponsors is pro photographer Rick Taseda, a member of the Professional Photographers of America. You can view his extensive work by going to his website at ricktaseda.com or call him for an appointment to chat about your photography needs at 813-641-4757. That's 813-641-4757. Rick Taseda Visuals. Call him for your next event or project.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Who doesn't have a smartphone these days? And of course, there's an app for everything. Well, almost everything. That's why the folks at Popcorn Apps started developing mobile applications. They saw people like you with genius ideas, unable to make those thoughts a reality. They develop applications for tens of thousands of dollars less than you'll find anywhere else, and will turn your idea into a reality in a matter of just a few months. Think you're not ready? Think again. They are your one-stop shop for mobile application development. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
On a crash in Hudson on US 19 and Beacon Woods Drive. Crash in Pinellas County on southbound 49th Street just south of Roosevelt, and at least one lane is blocked here and traffic backed up to the southern side of the Bayside Bridge. Slow traffic in downtown Tampa on westbound I-4 from the Summerlin Connector to 275. See traffic problems, call the injury firm of Abrahamson Urich Hillsborough. Traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Lead Safe America. More than 1 in 3 American kids has lead in their blood. No level of lead is safe. Lead poisoning causes learning disabilities and behavioral disorders. Has your child been tested? Learn more at leadsafeamerica.org.
Today, hot and muggy with near record highs of 83. Tonight, mostly clear, low 67. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, not as warm with a high 78.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed the show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here are your hosts, Jamie and Kelly.
And we're back to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business. Please become part of our Business Show Network. We've opened that up to a public group on Facebook now, so just search for That Business Show Network and request admittance, and we would appreciate the support of the program. It's open up to all the guests and listeners of the program, and we'll post some offers and some promotions inside the network, but just a new tool that we're looking to grow here at That Business Show. Again, That Business Show Network, which is a group page over on Facebook, not to be confused with our fan page, which is facebook.com/That Business Show. I know that stuff confuses some people a lot of times. You have your personal, you have your professional, your fan page, your group page, private pages, all that stuff can kind of run together. But search for That Business Show Network and request to join. We would greatly appreciate that. Currently talking to Wendy Long, owner of the Lottie Dog Kids Spa, and learn more about this over at LottieDogKidsSpa.com. And Wendy, you just recently did an event with the All Children's Hospital. Let's talk about this.
Yeah, we like partnering with the local charities in the community. One thing that we just did is the All Children's Hospital. We donated a couple princesses and their time for a few different events that helped raise toys and funds for the Toys for Tots fundraising. They also went down to the presentation of the toys, so they got to spend time with the kids, giving them the toys that they all were donated and making it magical for the kids. So we do have some pictures on our Facebook site of that. It was just an amazing time to be involved. I got to go down during the telethon for it, and one of the kids that came in was just singing along with the princesses. It made their day just so magical, and to be able to see these princesses and characters and interact with them, it makes what we do really special.
And I can't even imagine. I know, any time of the year it's got to be painful when you're dealing with that, an illness. But then you're dealing, and it's Christmas time, and it's just it's great that there are these organizations that go out and like you, and volunteering your time and efforts to make these children feel special at the holiday time. It's got to be extra tough, I would think.
It is. And, you think about their families and what they're going through, and all the kids right now that are asking for presents, they're asking for gifts. And really, those families just want their kid to be healthy, to be happy. And
and I believe in Christmas miracles. I've been watching the Hallmark Channel Christmas shows a little bit too much lately, but I do believe that they exist, right? Yeah. So, you have to be hopeful, and but there are organizations either like you and what you do that help bring those Christmas miracles.
I believe in Festivus miracles. All right, so
I'm not even sure what that means, I don't think I want to know. You just put a bubble right in our dream world over here with princesses, but
it's a Seinfeld reference. You got to watch Seinfeld. It's a holiday episode, and then Costanza's father invents his own holiday called Festivus, and it's if you're not watching Seinfeld out there, people, you're missing the best written sitcom there's ever been.
This was a touching moment, Jamie.
It really was. Yeah, it was. Thank you for that, though.
It's a Festivus miracle.
Oh my God.
So
I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I just totally broke up the whole tone of the conversation. All right, well, let's bring it back on track. You also offer photography services at your spa. Tell us about this.
Yeah, we do photography packages, mostly in-house. So we have a photography studio there. A lot of the packages that the kids come in for, it includes pictures. You can also do add-ons of the pictures. So what mom gets their kid all dressed up, all beautiful, and doesn't want to capture that. So we do that. We provide all the images on a disc so that the mom can take it with them, print them up as needed. We also have been pretty booked within the past week doing holiday pictures. So a lot of the kids are getting dressed up, bringing their family in, and getting some nice pictures taken for their Christmas cards.
Did you know that you always liked to work with children when it came time to choose a business, or did you have a passion for working with children, or how did you make the decision to open a spa when it came time to step into the world of entrepreneurship?
Yeah, I did actually have my own business out in California when I lived in Lake Tahoe. I was a massage therapist, so that was my only touch with entrepreneurship, but I did work in spas for many years. So putting the spa experience that I had with my kids, I love my house always ends up being the place for the kids in the neighborhood. The kids' friends. They always come to my house.
Enjoy that now while you have that, because now as my kids have gotten older, it's like sometimes I'll look back on some of those photos. Well, and my oldest is 26 now, and sometimes I'll look back at the photos of him when he was in high school with the 20 guys that would hang out with him. And
I love having
you
them
miss
over.
it. Sometimes it would drive me crazy back then, but now it's like you kind of you embrace.
I love it,
the
but they do. They come over. We have the dress up stuff there. We have all the toys. We have a playroom for them, and we've always been a mecca for that. Right. So I guess it just has kind of come naturally. I don't know. We love being around kids, right?
Now you have an event space there. You can accommodate parties there. What type of space do you have, and how many people can you accommodate at a party?
Well, overall, we have 3,000 square feet. So that's the spa, the salon, the photography studio, and the party center. The party center alone is 1,000 square feet. So in the party center, we can accommodate up to 20 kids. We have had up to 25 doing the dress up and dance parties. But really, we've had up to 65 people in that room. So family, they get that room for the full 2 hours that their party is booked. So they bring food in, they bring drinks, they bring in cake, cupcakes, whatever they want. They have tables, ample seating for everybody, and the kids just do their thing. So one of the things I really take pride in is that it's move-in ready. The mom doesn't really have to hassle with anything to do with the party. They come, they bring their food and cake, and they let the party planning and everything else to us. We take care of everything. Let them enjoy the experience. We even have a photographer that can go around the party, take all the pictures for them during the party, so they don't even have to worry about that.
No, from having children and having to do a lot of parties, it sounds very low stress.
Yes. And that's what we like. And that's what the moms like.
Right.
They just want to come in, let the kids have a great time, and while they can actually enjoy it too.
Right.
Hours of operation and location, one more time. We got about a minute left.
Yeah, we are on State Road 580, which is Main Street, Dunedin, right across from Countryside Mall between US 19 and Belcher. We're open every day of the week except for Monday, 12 to 7 throughout the week. On the weekends, 10 to 7.
All right.
Sounds
Wendy
good.
Law, owner of La Di Da Kids Spa. Good discussion. Thank you so much for being in studio today.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
And again, learn more at LadidaKidsSpa.com. Currently offering a 10% off a gift card. Just mentioned the radio show here. Give them a call at 727-301-1808. 727-301-1808. If you'd like to come onto this program, please visit tbsinterview.com. And please help the show grow across all the social media networks and podcasting sites. Please subscribe to us on YouTube, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, wherever it is that you listen to podcasts, if you are a podcast listener, and also learn more about this program at TampaBayRadio.com.
And you can subscribe to Edge Business Magazine at edgebusiness.org. We'd love to have you. Never miss a copy.
Edgebusiness.org as well. You've been listening to That Business Show with Jamie and Kelly, where business becomes show business.
The preceding